In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a month's worth of content using ChatGPT. If you want to take your AI skills to the next level, join the AI Mastery Academy, where we have over 13 AI courses to take you from beginner to AI expert. Enjoy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create 7 pieces of content for Reels that's targeted towards your ideal client, so you can make short form content to attract their audience and start building your following on your Instagram, for example. So let's go to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, you always give it 3 parts. There's role, task, format. So the role, I'm going to say you are a social, actually I like marketer. You are a marketing copywriter. The business, and I'm going to give it some context because it does know. The business, technically I would create a custom load GPT so it knows everything about the business, everything about what I do, and then I could go spin up chats about different things I want to do about the business later on. But for now, what I'm going to do is just pre-prompt it with that context. The business is a military fitness coaching program for both individuals who want to join the military and for those who are out of the military to stay fit. We're going to do, I want 7 pieces of content, one for every day of the week, but I want ChatGPT to give me at least 20, and I'll pick which ones I like the best. So give me 20 content ideas with opening hook, just one sentence that captures their attention for cold traffic to gain attention for my business. I'm always trying to just give it as much context as possible. These are for leads that do not know about me, about my business, but I want to hook their interest. We'll get later to call to action and stuff like that. Right now, I just want give me 20 ideas and we'll go from there. Make sure it addresses their first, give me the top 5 pain points that keep my ideal client up at night, and give me their top 5 dream outcome desires for transformation. Then give me the 20 content ideas that would be perfect for them. That's pretty good. Nice. Because I also wanted to know what keeps them up at night. I want to know those 5 things because I want to keep addressing those 5 pain points. Remember, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to get off medication? Do you want to stay fit, lose 20 pounds? Do you want to eat healthier? Whatever. What is their dream outcome? What do they want as a transformation? That's good enough. Whenever using ChatGPT, the first thing I'm going to do is just try and say, hey, is this 80% good enough? If not, I'm going to go back to my original prompt, click the pencil icon, and add more instructions to kind of refine tune. I'm not looking for perfect. Never try and get for perfect coming out. I'm just trying to get 80% good enough, basically. Something I could pick and choose little pieces to stitch together. Now I got, top 5 pain points. Awesome. Let me see. Fear of failing fitnesses. Yeah. Feeling out of shape. Lack of accountability. I'm going to say these 2 are probably the main 2. They're out of shape or they need to get in shape, and they either need to pass. They do need to pass for the ones that need to go in. That's the guarantee. And then for the ones that are probably out of the military, but they want to stay back in shape, back to their original military fitness shape kind of thing. So I would address these 2. The accountability is more part of the program. Loneliness and community, these are more of like extra benefits that's just being part. So I'm going to focus on these two as my top two pain points. Hey, do you want to stay in shape or get in shape for the military? Second, hey, do you want to make sure you pass the military, the boot camp? They have, what do they want? Because you're always selling the dream outcome. You're always focused. You're not going to say, remember, like a plane trip. You're not going to say you're going to wake up 5 in the morning. That's like TSA. You're going to go to TSA, got to wake up early. We're not going to address any of that. How do we describe the Hawaii vacation? How do we describe the dream outcome? So here we're like, hey, do you want to achieve peak physical fitness? These are for people that are going into the military. They need to be at their peak. They want to be at their peak physical fitness. Awesome. Do you want to? You'd always put these as, do you want to achieve X, Y, Z? Do you want to pass the military fitness test with ease? Yep. Do you want to establish consistent and self-driven discipline? That goes back to the reverse of the accountability. So we're just taking the reverse pains, turning them into transformation. Those are good. Now we've got some hooks. Oh, nice. Because the first 5 seconds of your video is what's going to gain their attention before they're going to watch the whole minute. Everything in copywriting, every sentence is just trying to get them to listen or read to the next line or to the next line or to the next line to continuously hook their interest. So if you go up to a cold person, they don't know who you are, what you've done, what your program is, how many testimonials, they don't care about any of that. If you walk up to a cold military lead potentially and say, hey, are you thinking about joining the military? Posing a question, they're like, actually I was in the very back far part of my head. I was, right now I'm looking at cat videos, but yeah, I was actually thinking about joining the military in the next 30, 90 days or whatever. Great. Here's how to crush the fitness test on your first try. Ooh, got my interest. Tell me more. Cool. You'll basically, with content, you're just putting up different ones and you're market testing. Let the market tell you based on data feedback. This is called direct response marketing. You're trying to get them to either watch, engage, or comment to get you to go, oh my God, that one, I put out 7 videos. Okay, that one on Monday, that was somehow that one resonated and that was a great one. Now I'm going to turn that one into a series. So you as a marketer, you're just putting up content to test to see what will get their attention, what will gain interest. And then the ones, so you're just putting up numbers, and then the ones that do really good, you'll turn those into a series where you're like, great. In episode 1 or last week, we talked about how to crush the fitness test. In this series or in this episode, I'm going to tell you, or in this video, I'm going to tell you what's on the fitness test. So now I'm going to drag that out as a series. Just like the fitness coach, he did what to buy and what not to buy at the grocery store. That one got a lot of views. I'm just going to double down on those and create more videos like that. But he put out like 20, 50 different videos, and that one resonated with cold audience the most. And then here, falling off your fitness game since leaving the service, it's easier than you think to get back on track. Now, all of these, again, will create the scripts so that you have your little teleprompter on your phone, and you will literally see yourself looking at yourself in the camera. It'll be like the front face camera, and you'll see the script lines on the teleprompter in your phone when you set it up. So you don't have to memorize any of these lines, which is great. You're just like looking at it like, okay, think about the military. Let me say that confidently. Let me say that strong. Hey, are you thinking about joining the military? Pause. That nailed it. I got that first line. Good. Okay, let me get the next line. Here's how to crush your fitness test. Okay, here we are. Here's how to crush your fitness test on the first try. Oh, that sounded strong. That sounded confident. Cool. There's 5 seconds of gap in between, but I'll edit that in the post. This is just one recording. So I like these. When working with ChatGPT, 3 steps. Step 1, write the prompt, be as descriptive as possible. Step 2, just look for 80% good enough. There's pieces here that you can tweak and edit, and you're like, great, that's good. Step 3 is the most important one. Take it out of ChatGPT and put it in basically your second brain or digital notebook. Just for the people that are listening, Google Docs, Apple Notes, any other document, or even Obsidian, none of those count. Highly recommend Notion as the only one for document management. So now I have 2 ways I could highlight. I like highlighting and copying. I'm gonna take all of these. Cool. I'm gonna just take it to the last one. Command C, copy. I'm gonna go to here, wait, okay, cool. I'm going to go to our Notion file. I'm going to scroll to the very, very bottom because we're going to build our digital brain here so that we don't have to remember anything in our brain. Notion acts as our brain. If it's important, a note, file, some important piece of fact, the rule is give it the Notion. Just give them let Notion remember it, because Notion will act like a flashcard. Oh, I could just find it and just use it when I need it. So I like doing a header. For headers, you could do this little plus symbol, and you could do like H3. This will show up in your table of contents. Social media content script ideas, because you'll do ideas and then you'll create the scripts. So I'm going to now just Command V, paste. I'm just also going to just make this, if I do Command Option 0, this is just nerdy. It just changes it. You don't have to remember this. It just changes it to text because I don't want those. Actually, I do want those on the table of contents. Cool. So let me make that Command Shift 2. Okay. So now I got my pain points. I know what to emphasize. Hey, are you struggling with X with any of these? Great. Great. Do you want to dream outcome? Great. I surfaced the pain. I talked about the desired outcome. Now I could work on these as my 20 hooks. So now, again, I took it out of Notion. Now I could go back and forth between Notion to create this script. So I'm going to take this first one. And this is where also, again, paying for ChatGPT Plus would help, because what I would do is actually create a custom, let's see if it actually works. I'm going to create a custom GPT, create, and I'm going to use the little chat version to create my little robot, because anytime you have a repetitive process or project you have to do over and over and over again, like a task you have to do over and over and over again, I would create a custom GPT, tailor it so that it outputs the same thing every single time. If I'm writing blog posts, creating scripts, writing training material, something like that, I'm going to do this process over and over. So anytime you do over and over, it's a great opportunity to create a custom GPT. I'm going to say you are a social media Instagram script writing bot where the user will enter a title or opening sentence of a Instagram video idea. Take that and create a 1-minute script that is highly engaging and easy to understand for average Joe. Everything with ChatGPT, it uses words that aren't found in the human language that people use from day to day. So I like saying, hey, translate this for average Joe, and it makes it
understands.
It writes easy text, because in copywriting or when you write marketing, speaking at a 3rd grade level, now you could communicate to a lot of people. If you use complicated words, then people are like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, and they tune out. So you want to speak very simply at a 3rd grade level. It makes it very easy for people to understand. What are you communicating? Number one skill to learn and master is communication, which is sales, basically. It's being able to communicate and affect. It's almost like I'll say like Jesus being as a preacher, basically, where he's like trying to communicate. He's not using big complicated words. He's trying to use common everyday words to connect with his audience. So understand for average Joe. And now remember, ChatGPT, there's 3 parts to creating a prompt. There's the role, the task, and the format. How do you want the output, the format? So I gave it a role. You're a social media Instagram writing script bot. That's who you are. It could be a doctor, lawyer, script writer, content writer, whatever. Give it a role. Give it a task. Hey, take the input idea. Give me a script, 1 minute long. Now I want to be very explicit how I want the output, for example. So that's the frame. So I'm going to say, and output using this framework. Colon, and then shift enter. I wanted to say opening that grabs attention, tips to give value, something simple. I'm gonna just do it very easy. And then I'm gonna do call to action to comment 1 word if they want a guide or cheat sheet for more information. Cool. Because everything in marketing is called to action. Saying we're not going to say like, we're not going to say like or subscribe or comment anything that you want. We're going to say, hey, if you found this valuable, comment this word, and I will send you a guide if you give me your email. It's for the lead magnet. So that looks good roughly. I'm going to click enter. It's going to update the ChatGPT bot. Cool. It's going to give me a question. Hey, do you want to call it? I'm like, no, call it Instagram script bot. Anytime doing custom GPT, it's always going to ask you what's the name and then what's the image. And those are the main two follow-up questions it always asks. Hey, is this picture okay? Yes. Then it saves it. Nah, that's good. Done. It's going to update. What is it doing when it's updating? I'll show you right now. Because there's two ways to create a custom GPT. There's the create tab where you're chatting with it to help guide to create. It's all set. What it did is it automatically, if you go to the second tab, configure, it filled all of this out for me. If you're advanced, you could just go to this second tab and just fill this out the way you want if you're advanced. Or you can use the create, which is the easy way. So it gave it a name, Instagram script bot. A description, creates engaging 1-minute Instagram video scripts, ideas. Nice. Instructions, it took our instruction. Hey, social media, blah, 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 blah. We'll test it. And then it has little conversation starters. Hey, I don't really want the conversation starters. You could if you're like, hey, use this, or I'm like, I'm going to input. I know what to input, and it's going to give me a predictable output. If I have examples of content that I've created, that's actually pretty good. I would upload a file or something of some examples. Do I need features of web browsing? Maybe. Do I want to create images? Maybe. I'll just leave them there. That's good. So now I'm going to test it. I'm going to say, go to the right-hand side, and I'm going to say, write a script for this hook, colon, I could do Shift-Enter just for aesthetics and just add that. Now look how brief I could be with my input, my idea. I don't like previous before. Oh, you're a social media bot. Hey, we want to. This is my business model. Hey, this is my avatar. All of what are the pain points? Rather than doing all of that again, that's where the GPT saves you, so you could be much briefer in this project. So right now, again, I'm just looking for good enough. We're like, hey, are you thinking about joining the military? Here's how to crush the fitness test on your first try. Pause. Now I'll try the next sentence. First thing to try is you need to build up your endurance. Start with running 3 times a week, gradually increasing your speed and distance. Pause. Now I'll try next sentence. You have your teleprompter, so you never have to remember this. I would even just do that as my first sentence just for time. So I'm like, okay, that's good enough. Tip, tip, tip. And my call to action, always check that. With a little consistency, you'll be more than ready for test day. Got questions on any of these exercises? Drop them in the comments, and let's get you military fit. Nice. I would change that to be like, if you want a guide, comment the word cats or fitness, and I'll send you my guide in the DM, for example. But I'm like, that's good enough. 80% good enough. Never try to work. It's a never-ending chase of perfection, basically. You're like, nah, good enough. That's probably the best tip is like in life is, so now I'm going to save it. I'm going to click create. I'm going to say only me. And I'm going to click save because now I'll go back to this bot. Basically the main bots that you should have is now it's going to save it right now. Just to double check updates. Cool. If I click the back arrow, now I have my little chat bot, Instagram script bot. When I click on it, you could tell you're talking to that bot right up here. And now I could do the next sentence, for example. So again, did I copy that? No, I didn't copy it, so we could do it again. So write me a script for, and I'll give you this link for this chatbot, so you don't have to, I could share this with you too, which is actually cool. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good enough. Press enter. So now when I create my scripts every single week, it's much easier and faster. Cool. Give it a moment. And notice how it's different output. It's not consistent too. So every time you interact with it, it will generate something different each time. But I'm like, yeah, good enough. I'll take this, copy, or tag a friend. Or like ready to go. Drop a muscle arm in the comments if you're that's good enough because I'm going to take that, put that back into my note right here. So I have my list of 20 ideas. Great thing about Notion is you could change if you press the domino. I could change, everything is a block. This line's a block, that line is a block, everything is block, 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 a block of text, like a little container. So I could change it from numbering by clicking the domino, and I could say turn that into a to-do list. So now I could stay organized. I'd be like, oh, done that one. Perfect. Remember, use Notion as your second brain. Here's my script. I'm going to call this video one, enter, paste. Done. So remember the process for creating content. There's four stages. You're going to spend the time script out all your GPT or script out all your scripts. Then you'll go put them in the teleprompter and record, and then you'll edit, add captions, and then you'll upload and schedule. But here, this is also when you get it out of Notion. Here you could change it and do your final tweaking. You never want to ship whatever any AI gives you as an output. Never do that. Always edit it. It's not for plagiarism per se, but you're always looking for 80%. So I'm going to say comment fitness for my free military test guide. So now when they comment that either in the comments, my ManyChat app, little robot, will automatically say, hey, thank you for your interest. What's the best email to send this to? Because it's a lead magnet. You always want their contact information to follow up. They've raised their hand and said, I'm interested. So I support it for marketing. Marketing, you don't want to give it away for free like I did with my book. And then now you got their email. Great. And you're going to send it to their email, or you just give them the link in the automation. But now you're building. Now you went from free content. Some people will watch this. 10-20% of them will be interested, and now you've moved them down the funnel from awareness down to now they're interested, and now you have their contact information. You can follow up with them as many times as you want with the email or in DMs. So that is the process of how to create content using ChatGPT.
If you want to take your AI skills to the next level, join the AI Mastery Academy, where we have over 13 AI courses to take you from beginner to AI expert.